Coming up next on NYC Sports Tonight, we'll take a look at our game of the week between Jefferson High School and Canarsie. Also joining us is Vernon Jones of New York City Sports Network. Along for the ride also is Coach Gus Cyrus and the rest of the Orange Wave. And we'll also take a look at the playoff picture from Buffalo Wild Wings. We're here at Buffalo Wild Wings in downtown Brooklyn, and joining me is Vernon Jones, the president of the New York City Sports Network. Vernon, welcome.
How you doing?
Game of the week was a pretty exciting one where Canarsie got shut down by Jefferson 24-0. Now, previously, during the regular season, Canarsie defeated Jefferson, but it was a different picture this time.
Yeah, it was a different game this time, but the first time, the Thomas Jefferson defense really did a good job. They really kind of shut the offense down, but it was the Canarsie came up with 2 big picks in that regular season game, and that's how they won the game. But in this game, Canarsie, they couldn't get through the red zone. They got in the red zone 4 times, but it was that Thomas Jefferson defense really held together. And
a lot of fumbles were created also by Jefferson's defense.
Yeah, the Thomas Jefferson defense really did good. I mean, Titus Good, he got the MVP. I think that was the first player to receive the MVP, the game over MVP on the defensive side this year so far. And they just had, I mean, the whole team really stepped up on the defense.
He was really a key factor because he managed to contain the quarterback from moving around that much. The quarterback did play well, but he was able to contain him in a particular area.
Right. Every time Canarsie would try to make a drive, go for, they had a nice drive going. You'd have a defensive guy step up, and Titus Good, he stepped up, but Ebenezer, he stepped up. You had Malik Martin, he stepped up and came up with a good play in the end zone to break up a possible touchdown pass. So the entire, I would say the entire Thomas Jefferson defense really played well.
Was coaching a key factor also in this game?
I would say coaching had to make a difference in the game, because if you're in the red zone 4 times, you have to score. I think Canarsie did a little too much passing in the red zone when at times when they could have got the short yardage.
Especially before halftime. Remember before halftime. That was key. It was about a minute left before the half.
Right. It was about a minute left in the half, and I think they had like a first and, they had 2 yards to go. It's 3rd and 2 or something like that, but 40-something seconds left, where they could have they had the big guy, Donnie Smith. You could have given him the ball 2 times, 3 times, let him run it right in, at least pick up the first down, and then you have 4 more downs to try to get the touchdown within the 10-yard line.
So that was a key coaching decision.
I believe that was a key coaching decision, and I like the fact that before the half, when Thomas Jefferson did get the ball back, they didn't try to make a big play. You're you're deep in your own territory, so they just took a knee and went to the half. They were up 6-0. I thought that was a good coaching decision, because a lot of times a coach will try to say, let's try to make a big play before the half. But I think that was good as well.
And the thing is, Jefferson won on the road.
Yeah, that was a big game, 24-0. And it was, to me, it was all defense. They had the big plays on offense, but on the road, in the house, in Canarsie's house, to win the game, that was big.
It was a particular play in the second half too. Fumble was created, and then they ran it for 97 yards, 98-yard touchdown.
Right. That was the kid Malik Martin. He was the same kid that at the beginning he broke up a play in the end zone. So he took the ball 99, 97 yards all the way down for the touchdown. They were clicking all the way around.
So basically, the defense created conditions where the offense responded.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. So, I would say if Jefferson, well, you know what they say about playoffs or any game in sports, it's offense, you put the people in the seats, but defense win championships.
That's true.
So, I mean, I'm not saying they're going to win a championship, but you never know. But it's defense that takes you that far.
Well, they definitely won the game. When we come back, we're going to continue to talk about the playoffs, especially the next round, right after this. Welcome back at Buffalo Wild Wings in downtown Brooklyn. Joining me is Vernon Jones of NYC Sports Network, and a little bit of everything, right? Football, basketball. But anyway, we're here to talk football, and the first round of the playoffs are over. And now we're moving next into the quarterfinals, where Lincoln just dismantled Johns Adams, and Lincoln will go ahead and play Jefferson next.
Right. That should. I think again, you're talking about the defense. I think Lincoln has a great defense. Jefferson's defense really stepped up. I don't know that Lincoln is really going to run all over Jefferson. I think it could be a good game. Anything can happen. It's the playoffs. It's one and done. It's the playoffs. But I think it's a defense that's really going to have to step up for both teams, and that's going to determine the winner of the game.
Tottenville also won. Now they will go ahead and play Campus Magnet, who defeated Curtis High School.
Right, that should be a really good game. But Tottenville also defeated Campus Magnet 44-19 2 games ago. So Tottenville is really, and they defeated them without Brandon Barnes. So Tottenville is still, I guess, they understand that, you know what, we can beat this team. But again, it's hard to beat a team 2 times in the season. So Campus Magnet should kind of be a little more familiar with Tottenville. So I expect a tighter game.
And Tottenville's a completely different team without Brandon Barnes offensively.
Well, they are, but they still have the good running game. They still have the passing game. I really wouldn't take anything from them, and I really wouldn't take it for granted.
Right. Now, Fort Hamilton also defeated Sheepshead Bay. They will take on Clinton High School.
That should be a really good game, and I think the Fort Hamilton, them missing the Marvin Centennial, I think that could prove to be a difference in the game. Although, like I said, it's the defense. So Fort Hamilton, they do have a good defense, and I think it's going to be a defensive game.
Now here's the game of the week, which is a really big game here, especially for people here in Brooklyn. Erasmus versus Boys and Girls. Erasmus is a team that has basically had an up and down type of season. One week they're hot, next week they're cold. So we don't know which Erasmus Hall team is going to show up this week.
Well, that's again, I think Wayne Morgan should have a good game. Erasmus, they really have been up and down. They've been losing games that we would expect them to win. They've been winning games that, they could go either way. They did defeat Boys and Girls early in the season. Boys and Girls is playing really well right now, so this is going to be a good game. That's the matchup. That's the game to see.
So who are you picking?
Honestly, I would say I don't really do predictions, but in this case, I'll just go over it real quick. I think Boys and Girls has the advantage in this game because I think they're on a roll, and I think they really are probably a little more focused, only in that they've been a little more consistent.
All right, I'm going to go with E. Hall.
Well, there you go.
All right, there we go, right? And when we come back, hey, we're going to have the coach of Thomas Jefferson, Gus Cyrus, right after this.
It's another perfect day out here today.
Can I get you anything else?
We gotta get back to work.
On the move. We even saw a kid taking a bath in a water fountain. Whoop, I spoke too soon. This just in. A freak storm is blowing into the area. We're going to be experiencing hurricane-force winds and dense fog, followed by sheets of driving rain. Stay inside, hunker down, grab a beer. This is going to be a long one.
Buffalo Wild Wings. You have to be
We're
here.
receiving reports of hail the size of... Oh, boy.
Welcome back. We're here at Buffalo Wild Wings in downtown Brooklyn. In case you say, was this guy on here a couple of weeks ago? And he was. Coach Gus Cyrus, head coach of Thomas Jefferson, just off a playoff win over Canarsie, 24-0. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So, let's talk about the win. You lost to this team during the regular season, but you managed to come back and defeat them during the playoffs.
Well, we lost. I think I made a lot of bad calls last time we played, so I'll take the blame for it. This week, my offensive coordinator, I let him do what he had to do, and we had a good game.
What adjustments did you make?
Quarterback, mainly quarterback, and we opened the book up for the quarterback.
As far as you let him air it out?
We let him do what he do. That's what he do. He got an excellent arm, so I put everything in his hands to do.
Okay. Defensively, also, your team played a hell of a game, especially number 20.
Yes, I'm talking about tight is good. I mean, the defense going to play. Our defense going to come and show up. Sometimes I don't know which defense is going to show up, but when they come to play, they're real good.
You managed to contain also the quarterback.
Yes. I think we didn't let him do what he wanted to do. And once I tell my kids it's time to give back my equipment, they're not ready. They want to be at the field with me, so the only way you can be at the field, you must win.
All right. Now, you're in the second round. You're playing the Rail Splitters. They're undefeated so far.
Who's that?
Lincoln High School.
Oh, that's the best team in the city.
So, Coach, I know you're trying to rope-a-dope me, but how do you plan on winning this game? What's the plan? What is the strategy?
Our strategy is just come out and play football. Play Thomas Jefferson football, that's all.
What do you know about this team?
I really don't know nothing about Lincoln. And not being funny, I really don't care nothing about Lincoln. If you don't wear orange and blue, I just don't care about it.
As far as, now you said basically your team has had a tough schedule.
Yes.
Right, during the regular season. Yes. Compared to them?
They had a tough schedule too. Lincoln had a real tough schedule this year.
Okay. So, going into this game, how are you preparing also?
Well, I'm doing what I did last week. We're going 4 days of hitting. We're going to hit till we can't hit no more. Because that's what it's going to be about. The first team that start hitting first is the team going to win.
As far as, will this practice be different from the previous practices?
No, for the last 2 weeks, I went in the same game plan. We're going to hit. Defense wins championship, so that's how I'm thinking.
You win. Now, if you win this game, why should you win this game? If you are to win this game.
You said, why should we win this game? Honestly, I know I have a good team, and I know they ain't ready to give up their equipment yet. And they're going to leave it on the field for me. Just like I'm going to leave everything up for them to do. I'm going to give them the blueprint. All they got to do is do what I tell them to do, and we'll win.
All right, Coach. Well, you know what? We hope to see you here next week.
Well, me too. Should be a good game. I think it's Saturday at 12 o'clock at Lincoln.
All right. Well, wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right. Come back. We're going to talk to the rest of the Orange Wave right after this. We're here at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I'm here in the booth with a few players from Thomas Jefferson. And joining me is your name?
Kendall Thomas. I'm receiver and running back. For the class of, I'm a junior.
Malik Martin, corner/receiver, 2012. Class of 2012. Tight is good, linebacker, senior.
Al Stewart, quarterback, junior.
Ebenezer Gondeko, defensive end, left tackle.
Okay, gentlemen. You win. Let's go over the Canarsie game. Canarsie defeated you guys during the regular season, but you were able to pull it out for the playoffs. Let's go over that particular game.
Well, we looked at the game, and we actually practiced hard, and we changed up our defense, changed up some offense, and we came back much aggressive than they were. So, we put the last game behind us, and we worried about the playoff game, and the playoff game is more important. So,
now, playing away, was that a factor?
Playing away, no, because we train like we come into their home field, and then we gonna make that our field, the pit.
Last question. Any predictions for Saturday?
I think a flood is coming to Coneyama that day.
See a donut on Lincoln.
Look at the polls. Everybody's saying that we're gonna lose, so let's get ready for a big upset for them.
How about you?
I'll say predictions, score. I think Madman gonna be a little bit wrong this week. I think score is 60-0. We have no respect for Lincoln.
40 zip. Zipping it.
Well, Rail Splitters, you heard it. This is what they said. They said they're coming to get you. Well, that's it from Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm Michael Bell. We're out of here. Don't forget to check out our game of the week between Erasmus and boys and girls for more cup and bowl information and also Madman predictions on NYCSportCenter11.com.